Greetings.
All right.
What's
Hello. Can you hear me properly?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
In fact. All right. Let me know
I hope
when.
there's not too much background noise. I'm in a PC bang.
Oh yes, of course.
All right.
Let me know when you can see my screen.
Right now.
Nice, sweet. All right, let's get into it. Anything you want me to focus on specifically?
I guess in this game, like this felt like one of the games that I typically lose because I win lane, if I recall correctly. But then what happens is I'm forced to go top. We can't really get the tower that well because their top laner is fed, and yeah, stuff happens. And then I struggle to find farm because Jace takes all the side waves and so on.
Interesting.
So, like,
interesting.
I guess you could say this is more about rotations in mid game where I can grab farm maybe.
Okay.
Because usually if I'm decently farmed, I'll win in this elo because I think I have better fundamentals than most players here.
Yeah, it's definitely showing. You're like destroying them in lane. That's like really good so far.
Yeah, that's. I have like in this elo I have like 70% win rate on Caitlyn.
Nice, nice.
Over 50 games.
All right, we can probably fast forward through. Look at this. This is really good. Landing all your Qs, traps in the correct spots. Right, these are perfect, in my opinion. And then you save one for the gank. It's kind of. It's kind of greedy.
I thought he was gonna go in.
But yeah, he thought he was gonna last hit, so I think it's like okay to go for that. That's fine, honestly. Yeah, they're gonna step on that shit when you're away. That's fine. Yeah, just laning. You're just like smashing them. Okay, that's good too. Good trade. Good trade. These are good trades. Who's their jungler? Lucian. He's not even on this side of the map. So
yeah, he's top.
Yeah, this is pretty clean. So trying to fast forward, make sure there are no insane mistakes. Okay, let's watch this. Okay, so when you go for not necessarily this kind of position, but when you go for any kind of trade and you're playing Caitlyn, or actually you're playing anyone with a skill shot like Ezreal or Caitlyn.
Yep.
When you use a skill shot and you need to land it to win, and they have an escape ability like a mobility thing. You can't use your skill shot because if they dodge it, then you're just like super sad, right? So in this case, he still has his dash, right? So you can't use E or Q unless you do something like you net at him and then Q in the direction you think he's gonna dash. But that's like far-fetched. It's like not consistent.
I also didn't want to commit my E to going deep because I don't remember whether Lucian was still around top side or not. So I didn't want to commit too hard. I knew I could get an auto off basically for free and force the heal. So yeah.
My only concern is that you use like a lot of mana when doing this.
Yeah.
So much mana that if they gank, you can't get away. So that's just my concern. But as a general rule, try avoiding using skill shots. Oh yeah, hold up. You might be punished because of that. Try avoiding using skill shots when they can dodge them. Okay, I guess that's pretty free. You guys just kill these guys. All right, Lucian comes. That's fine. So this is good. It's gonna it might push towards. Actually, I'm not sure. It's gonna be close. I think it pushes towards you, but I might be wrong. I'm probably wrong.
I think it. Yeah, no.
Oh yeah, it froze. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I also wrote that in chat.
That's fine. Honestly, it's like doesn't really matter that much in the grand scheme of things. So. Pushing. Not much to talk about so far.
Yeah, the early game is pretty clean.
Yeah.
It's what happens afterwards. After we, I don't even remember. I think there's like a TP gank or something when things really start getting weird.
Interesting. All right. Okay. Here's one thing.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah. Don't use Q on minions when you need it in the foreseeable future. When it can be useful in like the whatever seconds, however long it takes for this to come back, right? Like I know you're like trying to hit this guy, but he still has his E, right? So it's like it's I don't know, and it goes through minions. I don't know. It pretty much you save all your skill shots unless you know you're gonna hit them. That's how you. I think that helps people learn how to use their abilities better. So stuff like that is I would suggest avoid doing. Even if it's like even if it looks like no punishment. If they win on you, you guys cannot win that because you have no Q, right?
Yeah.
So it's like even though it hits, I feel like it's like I don't know.
I think I was also I wanted to push the wave in so that it resets around the middle by the time that Leona gets 6 because she was 5 at that point. I think that was my reasoning, but then I kept pushing. So
okay, we can do that point too. So
yep.
I like the thinking. I like that that if you push into tower, it'll push back towards you. That's like very good to know.
Yeah.
But you have to use it in specific circumstances. And for example, you want to do that strategy when you're the bot lane that has the catch, if that makes any sense, right? So what I mean by like catch or all in is like something like Thresh, right? They're lantern gank and have long range with hook. They want to all in, right? Something with Braum, something with Alistar, something with Blitzcrank, something with Leona, right? They want the wave in the middle. But Caitlyn and Karma, they don't want the wave in the middle because they have no like hard catch, so to like it's disadvantage. It's disadvantageous for you guys to have it in the middle.
I know what you mean, but like my reasoning was that I didn't have flash up, and if I was pushing in, so I would stay at their tower and like kept poking them, I guess. I would run the risk of getting just ulted on by Leona or something, and I would have a really long way to tower, and I can't really stay safe.
So there are two ways.
That was my fault.
There are two ways to think about this, and the whole idea is you don't have flash, and you don't want to get caught by Leona when the gank comes, right? That's the whole thing we're trying to prevent. So you have two options. Option one, you do what you just said, and you sit far back here and let them slow push you in.
That's basically what I'm doing.
But you like kind of cue the wave though, and then the second, and I think this is the better idea, is you shove this whole thing in, and you let this Lucian try and farm, and then you just sit here. Don't hit the tower, don't hit them. Sit in a way that this Leona can't get you, right?
Oh, that's what you meant.
Because you know where this Leona is when you push this whole wave in, and this Lucian's not gonna help because he's like, I'm losing six minions. So I think that's the better way to approach it. That creates more pressure. Like if you sit back here and let it slow push into you, they can dive, they can do dragon.
I don't let it slow push. I push the wave. That's why I queued the wave, so I could get it under the tower and I basically keep pushing under tower and stay back. Like I don't want to walk into tower. I just want to have the wave under tower.
Exactly. That's good. That's what I'm getting at here.
Turn around.
If you're ever like scared of getting ganked like that, that's what you should do. And it's also matchup dependent on the supports and the AD carries, right? Because like say Ashe, Leona, they definitely want it in the middle because they're gonna chase you down the lane with their ults and whatever.
Oh yeah.
Right. So always gotta think about that as well. One like small tip I have for Caitlyn is I did not know this until I watched like a Caitlyn main do it every single time, and it makes 10 times more sense. Is that when they step on a trap, you queue first, as long as you're not like getting engaged on whatever. You always queue first, or you don't use it, because if you auto attack and then queue, they can get out of it, right? Because they can walk away at max range, or they can dash out of it. But if you queue first, they can't dodge it, and then they can't dodge your auto attack. So that's just like a small like Caitlyn tip I have. Queue first.
I think I do that sometimes, but not all the time. If I wanna, because usually I don't like using Q on its own. There, I think I wanted to EQ just in case Leona wants to abuse Q cast time. That's why I auto attacked first, because I wanted to make sure I get like an EQ off afterwards. But yeah, I was out of range anyway, so it didn't matter. I
would go so far as to say that even if she goes on you, you win because you guaranteed the Q on Lucian.
Yeah, that's true.
Like. Yeah. Like if you hit this guy, if she uses ult on you while you're queuing him, then what happens? Right, he's half health. He starts ulting you. Karma absorbs the ult, exhausts him. You can't lose, right?
That's true.
So, if you can like guarantee in this like kind of like what's it called? You guys are like in a box. Like you saw your jungler up here, their jungler's up here. There's no TP wards coming in because you guys have been pushing in for the last 3 minutes. You don't have support. It's just like straight 2v2. What I'm thinking here is that if you land your Q on this Lucian, guaranteed, like after he's trapped, you can't lose. So that's why I was saying that. But I understand what you're saying. Like that is the EQ is a very safe option. So it's not bad at all. It's just like maybe something to consider in the future. You don't have to use it, but
okay.
Let's see. Fast forward. You have flash now, so that's good. Shouldn't die to ganks, unless you get hit by everything that Leona has. Okay, here, let's go. What's going on here? Okay, not bad so far. Okay, this is already considered a win, but I think you can get more out of this because you don't die to this gank, right? It's already considered a win, but I think you don't have to flash. Okay, so this is what I'm thinking. When you're netting, this is a win already because you dodged this ult. What you should do now is this net in this direction and trap so that Lucian can't chase you, right? And then this gank is failed 100%, and then you don't have to use flash. But
I think I just flashed because I panicked.
Yeah. So
I did, if I'm not mistaken, I think I did the W on where the Leona E would hit me.
Oh snap! Really?
I think so.
Oh wait, that's pretty sick.
Oh yeah, I did.
Nice. Yeah, that's good then.
Yeah, the flash was unnecessary. I agree. They didn't have any damage to kill me. Yeah.
I'm just this is like nitpicking, so I don't want you to like look into this too much, but for CC, you should aim the CC at the guy who hasn't used their abilities yet. So because they're gonna use their stuff next. So since Leona used everything, that's why I'm thinking use your trap on Lucian, so he can't he has to like flash over it or something, flash over your trap or something in order to get to you, right?
Okay, yeah.
That's like a general rule. It's kind of like nitpicking, right? But maybe something to focus on if you need other things to work on. I don't really know how this Karma died. Did she have flash?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know. This is not your fault at all. I think he just like died or something. Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah, then my team came for the counter gank. That's why I kept going.
This is a good bait, right? This is a very clean bait. Actually, hold up. Yeah. He could have killed you. Oh wait. Okay, yeah. Let's back it up. Okay, it's a good.
Yeah, this is where it starts getting weird.
This is interesting. Here, you just gotta run. I don't know. Here, when I see this, right, all I have to do is right click the tower and then you get away. If he ults you, you just net, right? So I think the staying here is a little greedy. Like you should recognize when your team has when you don't actually have to do anything, you just run. Your job is to stay alive, right? Yeah, here you should just you like turn around here. I think is what killed you, right?
Yeah, so I didn't expect the flash. I think that's what it was.
Wait, hold on. We're going top now. Okay. So for lane swapping in general, even on Caitlyn, I would say Caitlyn fits in the general category. You don't want to go to a lane that is that can 1v1 you. Well, not 1v1 necessarily, but has a very strong presence in lane. Right? For example, Aurelia and Jax, they're just gonna like walk all over you. Pretty much 10 times out of 10 times, right? So when I see this, I'm thinking I definitely don't go top. You let your Jace or Kassadin take Aurelia, and then you go mid, where Swain is like safer. It's not like safe, so to speak, right? Because you can like maybe flash slow and then W you, but it's better than Aurelia, and you can stay out of range of Swain. This is like the long lane as well. So
that's why I was kind of reserved to this at first as well because of that. I don't like really going top unless the jungler comes for a 3-man dive or something, so we can quickly get the tower or something. Especially if the top lane is fed. But in this case, it was called in chat that I should come help top, and I thought maybe it's a good idea because the tower was really low.
Okay. I mean, I guess this Aurelia TP'd away, so it works out. So this actually turns out to be fine, I think. Not sure if you can actually get this tower. They're coming. They're like coming straight for you. Okay, yeah, okay, yeah. This is like a. You should just run. Well, actually, maybe you can kill this guy. Oh wow. I think you know what the problem is here. You're supposed to trap when she gets rooted, right?
Yeah, but I just normally I think that timing works that I had, but Aurelia has the tenacity, which I didn't really factor in.
Okay, true. Yeah, this is the problem with going to the long lane, right? There's nothing. I don't know. You played it pretty well, and then they still walk all over you.
Yeah.
So.
That's why I don't. That's what do you think? Like after you destroy the first tower, obviously the goal is to get all outers and dragon, but like in an instance where, for example, your jungler doesn't come top for a 3-man dive, I feel like it's actually kind of sucks to go to top lane, and like I'd prefer maybe just safe farming mid, even if they have a good wave clear.
Yeah, what I do is I just safe farm mid. I don't really go top unless it's like super obvious to me, right? Just because it is the cookie cutter strategy to go around to get all the outer towers doesn't mean you should do it every game.
Yeah.
Due to some reasons or other, like Aurelia being stupid, like stupid champion, or like somehow you have no control of the top side because their jungler's strong or whatever. Sometimes it's always like the way I think about it is I always look at my safe options, and then I pick the best safe option there is. So when I see this, there's no way you could have gotten that tower. And if you stay in this lane, there's no way you're going to be able to push up without dying. So this is not like a great option. So I would rather have gone mid or even keep going bot, right? I think that's...
I didn't go bot because... because the tower top was threatened and Jace wanted to stay bot, I think.
Then in that case, you just go mid. And you're like, all right, casting, get over there. And worst case scenario is that you can't do any of those and you're forced to go top or something for some reason or other, then you don't push up. You just clear minions, try and farm as much as you can, and then play against the dive, right? But if you can't do an option safely, even if your team's telling you to do it, you shouldn't do it. Even if people on the internet are like, this is what you should be doing 10 times out of 10 times, don't do it if it's not a safe option, right? League is very situational.
Like here I wanted to go bot, for example, but Jace basically pinged me to go top. Yeah,
then you go mid, right? I just don't see how Caitlyn Karma Graves wins against Aurelia Lee and like their support or whatever.
Yeah.
Even if you have vision, they push you off the tower, so then it's like you're not getting anything done here, right? So I think this is
that's
like,
what I felt as well.
Yeah. If you feel that way, then always trust yourself, because that's how you'll learn, right? If you trust other people and then they turn out to be like right or wrong, it's like most of the time you're just like, all right, cool, that like worked out or didn't work out. But if you like listen to your own calls, then you'll like figure out, oh wow, I was wrong the whole time, so now I'll do this next time, right? Or hey, I was right, so it was correct to trust in myself. So I think people should always listen to their own calls in solo queue, right? There's absolutely no way you guys can win. So always play the safe option, right? It was actually exactly what I said. Aurelia Lee plus their support. There's just no way you guys can win. If you're playing different champions and you judge that you can win something like that, then by all means go for it. But I think the big thing to note here is always pick the safe option, right? Always, like, no matter what your team says, always pick the safe option. I think the laning, I think the laning was good. It was just coming up here because your team told you to is like, I understand it, because then they'll like flame you or something stupid when you don't do it. So my suggestion is mute them and do what you think is best. that's honestly my recommendation. Like, you can't even defend this now, right? Lucian dives and then it's game over. So it's just nothing you can do. The reason why you can't defend it against his dive is because he's already too far ahead. Like earlier, before on the initial lane swap, you could defend against the dive, but now it's just impossible because she can full to zero you even though you have both sums. Or alternatively, she can take this tower while you're hitting her and then kill you. It's like stupid. So
I thought.
Oh yeah, like full to zero, right? You're getting away somehow, but okay, not bad. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I thought with traps I'd be fine. Like what I anticipated was like her queuing on me and me putting a trap between us, but turns out she can just walk up and eat me.
Yeah, you need more traps than that. But when you're defending against a dive, just put all the traps down, in my opinion, and save one. Like if she had flash and then or whatever, if she had flash, you'd be dead, right?
Yeah.
Actually no, you have flash yourself. Actually, wait, what happened here? You like use their flash in the middle of E? Wait. Oh no, you flashed away. Oh yeah. If she had flash, or if Lee was here, or Leona, this is like unfortunate. So I think you just always play to the safe option. Always like ask yourself, am I safe in this position? Because you were doing really well before all this like shenanigans happened. Right. Like defending this tower is, I would say, is not a safe option. If I were you, I would have played like super defensively. Always ask yourself, am I safe in this position? Wow, that's pretty dumb. He gets away. But anyways, you know what I'm saying, right? No matter the situation, playing safe is gonna be correct. Right? Playing safe is always gonna be correct in League of Legends, especially in solo queue. It's when people like don't take the safe option is when they get punished. Oh, you're checking ranks here?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Like because Jace was doing really badly and he like kept making calls that were tilting me a bit, so I wanted to check his rank.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. I did that too.
Looks like he's a smurf.
Yeah, always trust yourself. Always trust yourself, and always play to the safe option. In my opinion, there's no way you win this, right? So that's fine. Honestly, all you gotta do is live. You should be happy if you have 0 deaths, no matter what happens. But when you have like 1 death or more than 1 death, you should probably check out like what happened there. Like this is not a safe option, right? Okay, yeah, let's watch this. Like, there's no way you guys are gonna win this. It's a 4v5. You can't kill these minions immediately. Even if you can, they can probably tank the tower, and they can one-shot you. So I would be like sitting back here, and if they go on Cassidy, maybe I can try and help. But I'll just be like, whatever. This tower's gone. Right? They even like go on you, and you probably die here. You have no summoners, so. Oh wow.
Yeah, she flashed on me.
They didn't choose to go on you, but
yeah, they weren't really coordinated well, but
yeah, it's still not a safe option. It's like,
it worked, but it shouldn't have.
Exactly, right? You should have been punished. So you always ask yourself if it's safe. That's what I want you to get at here. You need to not die under any of the circumstances, right? Like the time when you turned around to hit Lucian or whatever, when you could have just run away. That's also that's like an example of not playing to the safe option, right? This is like even that Lucian gets away, that's fine. Like you need to stay alive. So in all these cases, like rotating top or trying to figure out if you want to rotate top or stay bot or go mid or whatever, pick the option that's safest. If you're in doubt, right? Or pick any option that's safe. That's like the important thing, I think, for your what you should be working on next. Like here is hitting this tower safe, and then you check. Okay, their whole team is dead. It should be okay to hit this tower. If you want to get advanced, you can say, should I be backing right now, or should I be hitting this tower right now? Because you're not gonna get this tower. I don't think the minion wave is too far away. So I would be like, I'm gonna go ward up there.
I think I went top, maybe. I don't remember.
Yeah, I would not have hit this tower because even though tower damage is nice. Oh wow, he tanks it. Oh, there's no way. There's no way. Even though it's nice, like even if you get this tower, they rush Baron and you guys are like sad, right? It's like always ask yourself if you should be doing X, Y, and Z. I feel like this is not a good call. Whoever made this call, or not whoever made this call, but this is like you guys lose. You guys are gonna lose Baron pressure here. So just okay. My one thing that might help you is towers are important, but pretend like they're not. Okay, I want you to pretend like they're not important. I want you to pretend that this tower money does not matter. First tower money does not matter. Outer tower money does not matter. All right. I want you to think in terms of like map pressure. Like because their tower is down, they have no vision. That's more important than the money. Like always. First tower, even if you lose first tower, is fine. Like, what are they gonna do with that extra money? right? Money only matters when you play correctly and you still lose, right? If you play the matchup correctly and you still lose because of an item difference, like a whole item difference or like half an item difference, that's when money starts becoming an issue. Like, oh, maybe I should look at my CSing or something. But in all your games of League, the money will not make a difference. Like almost every single time, right? Almost every single time the money will not make a difference. And you might say like, wait, but how come like late game this team has like 10k gold over us? It's because during the fights previously, you guys lost not because you had a money disadvantage, but because you didn't play like the champion correctly or the matchup correctly or play around vision, right? So when you see whenever you're like losing a game or whenever you lose a game, it's very rare that it's because of any kind of money. It's because you didn't like play to the safe option or you didn't play a team fight correctly, right? Does that make sense? Does that sound accurate? Or,
yeah, I'd say so.
Right.
And this is yeah, I think I've also started doing that a bit more, like thinking about that, but in recent times I've always like in this elo I often feel the need to have to carry, so I like to get money wherever I can, even at sometimes the cost of my team a bit.
Okay, I'm gonna teach you the secret of carrying in solo queue. All right, carrying as an AD carry is you don't die and the enemy kills themselves every time. No, I'm not even kidding. Like every single time, you will have like you will randomly pick up kills. You will randomly get assists. And if you don't die, you will give up nothing to the enemy team. And then you will just become naturally strong, right? But if you die, it's like, then that's when you start becoming useless. So whenever you have that mindset of, yo, my team is like dying all around and I need to carry, it's like, the way you should think about it is, no matter what, I shouldn't die. Okay, so like say for example, you're playing Kog'Maw or like Caitlyn, you have 10 kills, your team is like 0-20, so this is like very extreme example, right? But you're the only person on the team that matters anything. So how do you carry this game? Well, I don't think it's like really possible to 1v5, right? So when a team fight breaks out, you can't be in the front. So basically what has to happen is that you play safe until someone on the enemy team makes a mistake and then you kill that guy, right? That's how it works. It's not like it's not like you have to force something. You have to force to make something happen because you're the only guy on your team that's strong. So if you force something, you make one mistake, it's like over. So
I actually. Oh yeah, you finish your point first.
No. It's pretty much done. What were you saying?
Okay. Actually, like just today, I had a Lucian game where my top and mid collectively went 0 and 14, I think. And so what happened was bot lane, we were up like 1 kill or something, 40 CS at like 10 minutes. And I thought, okay, yeah, we're winning bot, but what are we gonna do? So I started trying to play aggressively and like maybe get a few more kills to maybe 1v9, but then I got called out once and it just snowballed. Yeah.
So that's exactly right. It's like when you try to when you get desperate is how teams throw is really how it is. When people get desperate, they throw, right? It's like the way you should think about it is not that you're trying to win every game. It's that you're trying to improve every game. Is how I think of it, right? Like I had a game today where my solo laners went like 2 and like 14 or something as well, right? And I'm just like, dude, I don't really care as long as I have 0 deaths. As long as I am playing correctly or I am like working on what I'm improving, I don't really care if I win or lose. As long as I worked on what I was trying to work on. And I actually think I won that game, but it's pretty much like it's like don't worry about your team. You're just gonna lose games, dude. It's like you're gonna lose games. It's fine. But if you really want to turn around those games where your whole team is failing you, the way you do it is by never dying. And you're just gonna have to trust me on that if you don't believe it, because that's just how it works right now, at least. Right? As an AD carry, how are you supposed to walk up to the enemy team in like 1v5? It's like impossible.
You can't.
Yeah, almost impossible.
Maybe if you like Draven.
yeah. It's like I don't know. When you force something, that's when stuff goes wrong. So I would advise that if you're ever in that kind of situation where like your team is just like so bad, you're just like gonna lose no matter what, dude. Try and think to yourself, it's fine. I'm just trying to focus on myself and improve what I'm working on. right? So for example, in this game, if you win lane like you did earlier, and your solo laners and jungle die like 5 times each, you should think to yourself, all right, I'm not gonna die in the mid game, in the late game, no matter what happens. And you know, it's like just a matter of fact that if your team fights against their team, you're just gonna lose the team fight, right? So you just have to make the best out of a bad situation, and instead of trying to win the whole situation, because you're just gonna end up dying if you try and force a win in a lost team fight, right?
Yeah.
I think that's what you should focus on. It's like, no matter what happens, don't die, pretty much.
That's the stuff that also ruins my KDA when I lose. Because
yeah.
like if you see when I win, I usually have 2 deaths maybe or 3 on average.
I did
But
see
when
that.
I lose, I can have like 8 or
yeah, I saw that on your OPGG. I was like, I see what's going on. It's very is very, what's it called? A very obvious pattern in AD carry games, right? So it makes sense.
But actually, you know, after like the last session we had about a month ago, I focused on not dying. And if you look at the account I was using at the time, which got hacked afterwards, sadly.
What?
Yep. Wait, I'm gonna link you the OPGG.
Yeah, hit me up. What the hell? What?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
There you go. That's the other one.
Wait, so you can't get this back?
Nope.
Jesus.
So I got like D4 fairly easily. I dropped low afterwards to 75 LP, and like the Casio game isn't me anymore. So yeah. Someone took the account and played 1 game on it. But if you look at the solo queue games, that was like maybe 5 days after the coaching. You can see on average I had like 3.7 deaths.
That is very good. That's what we're aiming for, right? Like look at these, all these games, all these like clean games. You have low deaths, right? And then the ones you lose is like this is like, it's like whatever, unfortunate, but stuff like this, lots of deaths, right? So
yeah, it's
very telling. So trust me when I say, aim for 0 deaths. Like that's what I'm doing. Like in the past 2 weeks, I'm just aiming for 0 deaths, right? And then once you can do that, then you aim to push your boundaries on stuff like baiting ganks in the lane, or you know, maybe baiting in team fights. So, but first you gotta have 0 deaths. It's gotta be clean. You gotta have the blank slate at first before you can do any of the other stuff. And you don't really need to do any of that other stuff until you're like at least masters or something. So, like I promise you, if you play to the safe option, it's like free Diamond 1 at least.
Well, in EU I did peak master, like 300 LP.
Oh, well then.
Yeah. It's it's just I'm in Korea until the 31st now, and I want to get like. That's why I also did a second session, because I want to see like how high I can get in Korea like before I leave.
I see. What are you aiming for here? Because I think I know what you need to do for like challenger or something. It's like super fun.
In Korea, I want to try to get master maybe in that time. Like
okay.
I'm planning on playing like 15 games a day until I leave.
Interesting.
But like I want to get as much as possible out of like the last 2 weeks.
Wow. So I know how you're supposed to win this, but it's not easy to do. Okay, honestly, I just don't recommend playing Caitlyn, especially if you want to get masters in Korea. How many Caitlyn players do you see? It's like not that many. But this is just like a mechanical thing, and it's not like easy to teach, right? You put down all your traps, that's good. Your auto attacking between traps, that's good. You have your EW combo, which you do next, which is good, right? Now here's the thing: when you kill this guy, this is a 1 fight, right? And the way you win is that you flash his Q, right? So here, this is what you do, right? He does this. You Q flash, you Q flash, and you can like ult him, or you can just like auto him to death, right? But there's not much I can tell you except Caitlyn's hard, and this all has to be pre-planned, right? Like I'm just like, I give up on Caitlyn, dude. I'm not gonna play that champion. It's like too hard. But that's like stuff you need to do.
I basically quit her after the rework.
Yeah.
Like I was not in one trick, but I almost played exclusively Caitlyn before. Like in EU, I had since season 3 I mained Caitlyn with like 70% win rate or something in Diamond 1 Master.
Actually,
then she got reworked, and I just couldn't win anymore.
Yeah, same. Actually the same. Like, I actually got to challenge. My first time challenger was with Caitlyn in season 4. Like back when she didn't have this trap stuff.
Yeah.
So now she's just too hard, man. Like especially
Before it
in
was
the
just
higher ranks.
fundamentals, but now, like the whole trap stuff, gets really difficult.
It's literally too hard.
But I'm playing her right now because I feel like usually she's a safe option, and it makes it's okay to carry games like that in this elo. Like I think my Lucian is still better than my Caitlyn. It's just I think I can punish harder with Caitlyn when I have better fundamentals than than my lane opponents.
Well, if you're winning with Caitlyn, then I have no complaints. So this all seemed good. I'm gonna watch this again. This is just team fighting now. Like rotations are done, I think.
Oh, and by the way, that's something I said in the Discord message. Like my build, it felt really shitty.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't need this QSS.
Yeah, I did it after all the top shenanigans. I felt like I would get fucked over and over by Aurelia and Leona afterwards.
The thing is, you are gonna get screwed by them, but if you don't build damage, you're gonna be useless. So you need to be useful in the damage department first, unless your whole team is so strong that they don't need you to do any damage. In that case, you just build full defensive or something like that, right? But in this case, it's like an average case. Like most of the time, this will be this. You need to be a threat before you can build any kind of defensive item, right? So I would definitely, the QSS is probably not the best option here.
Okay.
Right, like you're doing. It's like obviously killing mid game kind of sucks, but that 1300 gold could have.
I would have had IE by now.
Yeah, exactly. Right, like if we wanna, it's just like you can't do anything.
Yeah.
And it's like even if you had the IE, you probably still can't do anything. But having the QSS is not helping. Right.
Yeah.
Like look at the things you need to QSS: Aurelia E, Lucian kick. Maybe Swain W and Leona everything. So you can avoid all of that by positioning and playing to live in the first place. And then like the reason why you buy QSS is to like most AD carries don't understand this, but the reason why you buy QSS is to give you options like advanced options to outplay your opponent, right? Say you buy a QSS against an Ashe. You're not buying it so that you can stay safe 100%. You're buying it so you can play up and then eat the arrow for your team, right? So if
I see what you mean.
Yeah, that's why you buy items like that, right? So in this case, in this game, if it's like late game, 6 items, everyone has 6 items, you're buying QSS to kill Lucian for your QSS because he's gonna insect you, QSS flash, and then your team kills him. That's how you win the fight, right? Something like that. So when you don't even have the damage, you can't go for those options, I think. Yeah, you pretty much my suggestion is don't get the defensive unless it's very very well reasoned out. You need a damage first.
But would you agree that the Executioner's Calling was correct here?
Yes, I would agree. You need to get rid of this Swain somehow. Unless this guy has it and you're super far behind on your items. If you're super far behind and someone already else has the Executioners, just try finishing like your damage items first. So yeah, that's what I would say.
Okay.
Right, I think Jace has it. Jace should have it, right? He's AD versus Swain.
I don't think he has it.
Wait, hold on. I think someone has tab here. I think you open a tab here. Oh, no. Oh, I just saw it. God damn it. Shit. Wait, hold on. I can slow down the video.
Alright.
But yeah, if he doesn't have it, you definitely get it, right? Because you gotta get rid of the Swain. Worst case scenario is you're hitting the Swain the whole time and he's just life stealing off your team. Wait, this is so troll. Okay, hold up. Oh, okay, he doesn't have it. Okay, there we go. Yeah, see, Executioners is a great choice here because you need to You need to stop his lifesteal or whatever, right? So.
While we have tab open, at this point, this was about the point where I got a bit not frustrated, but a bit worried because Lucian was basically AFK farming bot the entire time, and he went from like a 20 CS deficit or something to a 40 CS lead and a 2-level advantage.
So,
and I started getting a bit scared of that.
So yeah, the reason why this happened is because you died 4 times.
Yeah.
When you die, you're like losing time to get XP and CS. So anything that is CS and XP related doesn't count unless you have 0 deaths. And then when you have 0 deaths and you're losing by that much, then you have to figure out why you're losing by that much. But if you're worried about that, it's because you have 4 deaths.
All right.
That's why. Yeah. You would have a lot more. I promise you would have a lot more CS if you didn't die those 4 times. So. I didn't understand that until I made the connection when I had 0 deaths. So I was like, oh wait a minute, look at that. Now I have perfect farm. It's because I'm not dying ever. If you look at LCS, the guys who have like a bunch of deaths, they like have no farm because they're missing all the sideways and stuff.
Yeah, at this point my game was lagging a bit, so I was.
Oh, that's
trying to.
Always bad.
Yeah. Oh, this tilted me. Like if you go back a bit.
Oh sure.
Like I was going top.
He's just gonna TP up. Yeah, that's pretty AIDS.
Yeah.
Nothing you can do about that, to be honest. It's like whatever, dude. Let him do him. Like, to be honest, if you had got all that money, it's not gonna matter until you back next time. So, and you can so it's like whatever, honestly. Just let him. If they don't want to do shit like that, it's whatever. That shouldn't affect the game too much. It's not gonna decide the game, right? It's the way you play in team fights and objectives is how you're gonna win or lose the game every time. So
yeah,
maybe
it's just sometimes I don't know if because it feels so inefficient that stuff like that kind of tilts me.
Yeah, I agree. That would have tilted me too. But on good days, when I never get tilted, I'm always thinking like, dude, this guy's boosted. It's like whatever, man. I just do the best that I can, you know. That's life, honestly. You're just always trying to do the best you can. Wow, this is a Lucian flank. All right, so you actually get away here. Holy shit. Wow, looks pretty good. I thought that Leona was gonna ult you, but looks good. This is very good. This is a Baron. It should be a Baron.
Yeah. Someone pinged base, but I pinged Baron.
Yeah.
Luckily,
I agree.
My call.
Like when I take a look at this, it's like usually the correct decision is if you had a wave, you go for the inhibitor, but you don't have a wave, so Baron's correct call. So this is good. Good call. Like imagine if you hadn't died those 4 times. You guys are like barely winning, but imagine if you hadn't died those 4 times. You guys would like have won by now, right? Or you would have more agency in the game at least. So
yeah, that was.
Oh wow!
I just wanted to back. But then people like kept chasing. Then Graves, it looked a bit like he was getting caught, so I walked towards him instead of just recalling.
Yeah, this is like trying to help, dude. Dude, if they're gonna do something stupid, let them die.
Okay.
That's how you should think of it. If they do something stupid and you can't help them, let them die. Don't get yourself killed trying to help people. Like I do that a lot, and it's like really hard to not get yourself killed trying to help people. But you just gotta do. If they do something stupid, let them die. Pretty much, right? Don't help if there's risk to you. Like even though you guys like kill them and whatever, I feel like you could have
still 2 Barons.
You could have not died. Yeah, exactly. Like you could have not died here. I feel like.
Yeah.
So also QSS. Oh, it's not up. Oh, that's awkward.
Yeah, I used it in the last fight.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my advice. It just always goes back to play the safe option, right? If helping your team is not a safe option, I will not help my team. 10 times out of 10 times, I will not help my team. If they do something so stupid, it's unsavable, I see no way to win, I won't help them. And if it turns out I'm wrong, then I'll accept that and learn from it. But usually I'm not wrong when it comes to stuff like that.
Okay.
Usually, no, like I'm serious. Like usually your team will do the stupid thing, right?
Yeah.
That's just League of Legends. Your team will do the stupid thing every single day, every single game. They will do at least one dumb thing that you should not follow up on. So, especially in the bot lane, when you have a support and they do something dumb, it's like, dude, I'll just let you die, man. See ya.
Oh yeah. I know that stuff.
Yeah, yeah. When they like go in and you're getting ganked, I'm like, all right, dude. It looks like you're gonna die.
When it's like the autofilled Leona support or something.
Oh god. Yeah, dude. You just like, dude. Yeah,
Or the
yeah.
autofilled
Exactly,
crashes.
exactly. You just let them die, man. There's nothing you can do. So this is literally nothing you can do to save it when they do something so stupid, right? So my philosophy is don't make it worse. Okay, this is awkward. I think Flash is low value. Okay, yeah. Okay, let's go back here. So when I see this, you're just like too far up.
Yeah.
They're just gonna hurt you. I think. Always play to the safe option. Always play to the safe option. You can say that your team like ran over here, they shouldn't have chased, but honestly, you could have like played in such a way that they can't kill you. This is just way too close, I think. And like, yeah, let's just back it up. So the way you should play this. Say again?
Did I rally a flash on me, by the way? Because I remember she cancelled my E. Yeah, my E got cancelled by her stun.
No, she just queued at you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, she queued at Graves and then yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So pretty much.
Yeah.
When you see stuff like this, my first instinct is trap here, right?
Yeah.
These like spots, and then save 2 or save 1. And then what am I thinking? Okay, so Leona, I'll stay away from Leona ult, so I don't need to save QSS for that. I'm thinking if she jumps on me and stuns me, I QSS immediately, and then like trap behind me a net. Well, I would already have a trap here, so right.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't be fighting unless you have all this set up, right? So 1, 2, and then put 1 back here, or like near you, so she just can't walk on you like this.
Yeah.
Right. And then you like turn around here. This is also not playing to. You just like you want to help and do damage, right? But the problem with this and the problem with Caitlyn is that how do you win this, right? Like, can you explain to me how you win this? Because if you just auto attack them, they just kill you. Exactly. So if you can't win, if you can't survive, you just run. Always play to. Honestly, it just comes back to what is the safe option. And these are all like different kinds of scenarios, like rotating top, or like a fight breaks out bot and your team's already there and they can mop up without you. It all boils down to what is the option where I don't die no matter what happens. And it's like a lot of different situations, but you have to like try and figure out what are the options where I die and what are the options where I don't, and then play towards those options where you don't die.
So
the way. Oh, sorry. What were you gonna say?
Oh, yeah. I was gonna ask, like, in this fight, because I had my screen where I had it, I didn't know what happened, like, with Caitlyn at the top side, and I knew he was ridiculously fed at the point, like 15-2 or something.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm unsure about, like, if I don't have a idea of the big picture of the fight, would you say it's always best to just, like, play defensively?
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
So the way this is getting to like super advanced, but I think honestly a lot of LCS players don't always get the big picture. They're like, sometimes it's not easy to get the big picture. And what I mean by the big picture is you're keeping track of all 5 of the enemy team and you're keeping track of the other 4 on your team. It's not easy to do. So if you for whatever reason, like brain fart or not thinking right, or you just don't know, if you don't know what the big picture is, you have to play safe. Because if you join in, you watch these LCS players and you'll see like some of them like try and join the fight and without thinking, and then they like end up running into the enemy like top laner when they're trying to run away. That's like what happens. They don't have the big picture and they're trying to help. You always need to play towards the information that you have. Right? No assumptions. There's 0 assumptions. You cannot assume anything. When I see this, if you don't know what's going on up here, you assume that these guys are out of the equation, or that this learner can come help, whatever. You just deal with what you see here, right? And then it's very rare that you'll get team fights where you deal with this and then you get killed by something over here. That's when you start working on, all right, now I have to do this and look at the big picture, and then like play towards the whole big picture. But play towards the information you have, and always play defensive, right? So when we're looking at this kind of team fight, when I'm telling you like what you should have done, it's only looking at the information that I see here. I have no idea what's going on up here. So you're just like unsafe positioning is why you guys lose this fight. This is honestly for me, whenever I die at any point, I always consider that a throw, unless it's an intentional death, or we get like an insane amount of things out of it, or it was unavoidable and my team like wanted, like it was super beneficial. Like if it was intentional to like be in a bad spot and then your team gets like, it was like 5 kills for 1, that's like acceptable, right? But anything else is like not really acceptable for me at least.
What do you say, like those intentional deaths, should I for now just to practice avoid them until I get like all the deaths out of the way?
For anything below like challenger, everything can be avoided. All deaths can be avoided.
Okay.
100%.
Okay.
All deaths can be avoided because the other team is not good enough to force a death on you. Never.
Yeah.
There's not. It's like at that rank, they're just not good enough to force an intentional death or whatever on you, right? There's always a way out. There's always a way out for you, especially as the AD carry.
Okay.
Okay, here just trying to farm top. This is good. Backing for. Hold up. Would you back for? Okay, backing for a full item. Hold up. I think you needed armor at this point. I mean, Last Whisper at this point, right?
I think
I just missed it.
How I read the last fight was that I died because I overstayed basically, but the way I read it was I wouldn't have had to go that far up if I had my rapid fire already.
You don't need rapid fire should not be thought of as a like giving you extra range. Okay, the way you should think about rapid fire is it's a cheese option to get free damage and then run away. That's how you think. It's like it's just like one auto attack. So if you had rapid fire instead of Runons that last fight, it would still have been the same result, to be honest, right? The way you were positioning, it would have been the same result, I feel like.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but what I thought was my positioning would be altered a bit. But yeah, I see what you mean.
You should still play. You should still play the same way, whether or not you have rapid fire or a Phantom Dancer or whatever. Rapid fire is like kind of like what we discussed about QSS. It gives you options that you didn't have before. So like rapid fire on Jhin, it's to get that cheese 4th shot when they're not expecting it, because you have that like little extra range, and they're like, all right, that's pretty dumb, but that's what it's for, to be unexpected damage. So here, the reason why I'm telling you to get a Last Whisper is because I always say you should have a Last Whisper when they have 1.5 armor items, right? So when I see this 1.5 armor items, I'm like, all right, I want a Last Whisper now, so I don't have to spend an eternity killing this guy. Worst case scenario, you end up trying to hit this Leona this Aurelia the whole time, and since you have no tank, they're gonna kill your team faster than you kill Aurelia, like supposedly or whatever. Pretty much, the general rule of thumb is 1.5 armor items, get that Last Whisper. 2 armor items, you definitely need that Last Whisper. If it gets past that point, you're gonna lose the team fight. If they play it right. So.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking here. Even if it screws up your itemization, you just gotta get it. So I think this is pretty much near the end. Wow. Okay. Wow. That was scary. Whoa. Woo. Where did he come from?
Yeah, I saw that.
So
I didn't expect that at all.
So one general tip I can give you on playing around objectives. So let's go back to the play to the safest option, right? So whenever I see any objective, defending or attacking, I always think to myself, what can go wrong? And am I safe here, right? If I am not safe here, I go sit in a spot where I know I'm safe, 100%. Like if you ever watch me play, I won't even hit towers or inhibitors unless I know it's 100% safe, right? So when I look at this, I'm like, dude, all right, so this Aurelia is teleporting to a spot where I don't know. I need to start setting up traps behind me at the very least. Or where's this Leona, right? You always need to always play to a worst case scenario, right? You should never be surprised by anything. Is what I'm trying to get at. Always whenever you're at a tower, defending a tower like earlier, am I safe defending this tower? Attacking a tower, am I safe hitting this tower, right? Always ask yourself that, right? This is like super scary, right? So this could go really badly. You need to start setting up traps. Okay, these are good traps so far. You guys have won this fight already because Lucian dies for free, so looks good. You end up hitting this Aurelia. Definitely takes too long. Okay. This is tunnel. This is like tunneling. Okay, so how do I explain this? I would consider this chasing, because you're like trying to kill this guy with low health, and even though it turns out good, it's like you could have not died here, right? I think you know that.
Yeah.
Play safe when in doubt, right? If you don't know your damage, or you don't know how you're gonna end up killing this guy, play safe when in doubt, right? When I see this, this is good. This is good. When I see this, I would have like sit back here with this swing, can't flash on me, like flash Q W on me, right? Because that's how you die. If you get hit by that W, you're dead. So when you get hit by this, I know you're dead. There's just no way out. And that cover actually surprised me because she had the shields, but in the end, it didn't even matter. So it's like always assume the worst. Always assume the worst. What's the worst that can happen? Always assume the worst. And then once you've accounted for that, dude, like even if your team spam pings you, like, yo, what are you doing? Stop sitting so far back. Just mute everyone. And once you can accomplish never dying, then you can start branching out like more aggressively, if that makes any sense. Branching out to a more not safe plan. But the very first thing you need to do, especially for AD carries, is play so extremely safe that you never die. And I think that definitely teaches you, okay, this is safe now. Now what do I need to do? If I'm having so little impact that we lose a team fight because I'm not hitting someone, what do I need to change about my playing safe plan? To still be safe, but doing more, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
Because if it, like your issue was the same issue I was having when I was stuck in Diamond 1, is that I could like I knew how to hit people and stuff, but I didn't know how to not die. And so you need to be super extreme in not dying in order to learn that. Some players, very few players, will sit back, like so far back they don't do anything. Very few. It is like in most cases, players will always fight and end up dying. But it is very rare to find a player who sits so far back that you need to teach them how to fight. Right? You know how to fight. I don't need to teach you that. You need to learn how to never die. So once, like, if you can fight and you can never die, boom, like game is solved for you. So I think that's like what you need to do now. Like, I think you should have lost by your second death. I think that one death is like a throw, and I don't deserve to win. That's how I view the game. So I'm trying to always avoid. I'll just have 0 throws, no matter what. No matter who I'm playing against, no matter who's on my team, I have 0 deaths. That's my goal. And if I do have a death, I'm like, all right, what did I do wrong, and how do I fix it? So I think in your deaths, in your cases, it was the turning around bot at Lucian, right? These fights where you're too far up and you're not like playing safe enough. If that makes any sense. You just gotta play safer overall, everywhere. No matter what you're thinking, like at every point in the game, you need to think, am I safe doing this? And it sounds very tedious and very like repetitive, but that's honestly what I do. I'm always asking myself, am I safe in this spot? Am I safe in this spot? Am I safe in this spot? Once you do this like enough times, you will instinctively know if you're safe or not. And then warning, like your instincts will tell you if you're not safe. But first you need to train. You need to train in that way. So play it to the extreme, right? Play it to the extreme. Hitting a tower, defending a tower, that'll help. Even if you have a bad rotation, it'll prevent you from dying to that Aurelia, right? Like, if we go back to that, like, I don't know where it is, but this, oh wow, right here. Right? Are you safe? Are you safe going for this tower? You see 3 people missing on the map. I would say no, I'm not safe because I have no summoners. We have no wards, and they're just naturally better at killing us than we are at killing them. Right? So
yeah.
Right, is it safe to hit this tower? When I see this, I'm like, get me out right now. So yeah, pretty much. That's what I would say for your like next games. I want you to like write down or put it in a place where you will remember while you're playing. Play to the safest option 100% of the time. Doesn't matter. No buts, ifs, what ifs. 0 deaths. is what you're aiming
Okay.
for, no matter what happens. Even, dude, I would rather see you contribute nothing to a team fight and live than trying to help and killing yourself. Because if you're alive, then that is better than killing yourself. I promise you. But staying alive is better than killing yourself. Like, what would you rather have? Staying alive and doing less than you should have, or killing yourself and like definitely doing less than you should have, right? Is how I think about it.
Okay.
Do you have any? You want to review anything, or do you have any questions, concepts we can go over?
One thing you said earlier, and I agree with that Caitlyn is kind of ridiculous right now, in how hard she is to play. Personally, like one of the reasons I pick her up is because I have better fundamentals than people at this elo, and I think when I get like I don't know, Diamond 2 or something, my win rate with her is definitely gonna drop off hard, because at that point my fundamentals aren't like significantly better. So the reason I play her is because I can abuse people with my better fundamentals, but also because she has high range and my movement is pretty bad. Like, do you know what I mean by movement?
Like clicking around and trying to like. Let me watch real quick.
Like for example, I suck playing against Blitzcrank, for example, because I have fairly bad movement. Like I'm awful at champions like Ashe.
Really?
For instance. Yeah.
I mean, Ashe has high range too.
Yeah, but like those, I've only in all my time playing AD carry since season 3, I've only ever played champions that are that have an escape or are called Jinx. So that's why I'm wondering, like, what champ would you say should I play? Should I just play the champion that's like doesn't have a dash, like Ashe or whatever, to force myself to improve at that, or is it okay to like play something else on? Since Caitlyn's kind of ridiculous, what else would you recommend?
Okay, yeah.
Like,
what I would recommend is playing Ashe or like Jhin or like Varus right now.
Yep.
For sure. That will help you on the staying safe, because you have no dash. That'll be like, then you definitely have to play safe or you're going to get screwed. I think that'll help with that. When you, and it's just easier to play in general compared to Caitlyn. For like the whole movement kind of thing, I think it's when I was observing your clicking, at first I was thinking that you should just click closer to your champion, but you actually know how to do that when you go like here, right? This is what I wanted. This is very good, right? When you click back and forth, that's very good. But when you click too far away, that it could be concerning, right? When you're clicking on this Aurelia, or hold up, right? You wanna click closer to your champion until you get in range. Honestly, because if something happens, then you want to be able to react quicker. But I think the movement is fine. It's just that I think it's more about positioning rather than movement, because your net. Let's be honest. Like this net isn't really considered an escape at all. This net is so awful at getting yourself away from stuff. I don't even consider it to be an escape. I just consider it to be another damage tool. Like this shit sucks compared to like Lucian E and Ezreal E and like everything else. Yeah. So I don't even consider it like net to be helps you with repositioning. Like if we go back to the team fights, this net didn't help you for shit. It was more about where you were standing in the first place. So I would suggest playing something other than Caitlyn. But if you really like Caitlyn, then you go ahead, man.
Right now I'm thinking more of like trying to improve and like getting as high as I can in Korea while I'm still here. You know.
This is my suggestion then. Play that Bork Black Cleaver Ashe thing, and play to always live and never miss your arrow. And I promise you will win every game.
Never actually seen that.
Say again?
I've never actually seen that.
You've never actually seen the Bork Cleaver thing?
On Ashe. I played on Lucian, but
I was trying it. I was trying it today, dude. That shit is fire, dude. That is the new build. I promise you, that is like when I was playing Ashe, I was like, dude, I'm never gonna play Ashe in solo queue again, because this Essence Reaver Infinity Edge first item is the worst thing ever. Like you're so useless. But when I played Blade the Ring King, dude, it's so good, dude. It's so good.
You think I can trust you? Like last time, when I watched like one of your first montages, I tried out that that Triforce Ash build, and I don't know, that's kind of didn't work that well on ranks.
It's because the patch changed, so
yeah.
that thing is no longer viable. You don't see me playing that anymore, right?
No, I mean like at the time when it's like what was like your second montage or something.
Oh really?
I just like fed.
If it was
I just
on the
fed
same
in
patch,
rank.
yeah. I don't know. Maybe. Like Trinity Ash revolves around staying alive, so
yeah,
that's a good build to practice. But if you do doubt the Bork Cleaver Ash, you can play Jin. Dude, Jin teaches you the same thing, right? You have no escape abilities, so you have to always be in a safe spot. So I would say Jin is a very good pickup. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
Have you played Lucian at all this patch?
Yeah,
like,
I think he's not good. I have played a bunch. It's just like
that's what I think as well.
It's very inconsistent, and it's too hard to play for the amount of reward you get. You can play so well, and you just like get nothing out of it. And it's just like, all right, well, fuck this champion. Why am I playing it?
I think too.
Yeah.
And then in terms of itemization, I've tried like in EU apparently, maybe in NA as well. Apparently, people try like Bork into Triforce, but I tried that and it felt so bad compared to Bork into Cleaver.
Yeah, I'm just not playing Lucian. I tried all of these builds. I'm like, dude, this champion just trash. So I'm avoiding that. I'm avoiding Caitlyn. I'm avoiding all the stuff that is hard to play and has zero reward. So the way I think about it is, let me play something that's easy and gives me high reward. So that's what I'm doing right now. That's how I view which champions to pick.
The main reason I still play Lucian is because I think he's my best champ by quite a margin.
Well, if you're winning with him, then I have no qualms with that, right?
Yeah.
But if you ever get to like a roadblock or like a point where it does become an issue, then maybe you do switch champions. But if you're winning with him right now, go for it, man. Do whatever you have the highest win rate on, honestly. Right? You'll see these one tricks that win on like Annie mid, like Annie bot or something, and then it's like, dude, I mean, it works for him, sure, why not? But it's when it stops working is maybe you need to reconsider. So if it works for you, go for it. Go keep playing Lucian. It just doesn't work for me, which is why I don't play it.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go with like trying champs like Ash for a while and seeing if I can't die.
If you're curious, I'm about to start stream and play Ash, so I'm gonna play all those safe champions I mentioned, like Ash, Jin, Ezreal, whatever. So if you're curious, I'll be talking today. So it might prove helpful.
I might check out the VOD or something, or maybe I'll watch because it's 2 a.m. here, so I'm not entirely sure how long I'm gonna stay up.
yeah, never mind then. Go to bed. But yeah. Any other questions before we wrap this up?
Ooh, I don't think so. Not right now, at least.
Okay, cool.
Just like maybe I don't know. So like, what do you think would I need to change to get mastered? Like mainly not dying and.
Right now, to get at least Diamond 1. Okay, so Diamond 4, Diamond 3, Diamond 2, honestly, it's like all the same thing.
I know I can get Diamond 1 because I was Diamond 1 our master for almost all of last season.
Then you just literally need to not die no matter what happens. And then, like, after that, if you're still losing games and you have 0 deaths, then I'll have to take a look.
All right.
But it's very much boils down to no deaths. Like I know that you know how to fight. There's like no question about it. You know how to punish in lane. You know how to do all this stuff. But what you don't know how to do is avoid dying. So that's what we gotta work on right now. Is no matter what happens, you gotta not die. Does that sound good?
Yep.
Let me know how it goes. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm always curious about how you guys are doing after coaching. So I think just to keep in mind, when you go into a game, be like, I'm never gonna die. Remind yourself because that's how you improve. If your laning suffers because of it, so be it, because you already know how to lane. Just like you just need to work on this one thing first. You just gotta work on this one thing first in order to get better at it. So if everything else suffers because of it, so be it. It's fine. You just gotta make sure that this thing is improving. So.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
Okay.
Anyways, good luck in your games. Definitely let me know how it goes.
All right.
And I have complete faith in you.
Okay, thanks.
Dude, no,
Good luck
no
in
problem.
your climbing as well.
Thank you, thank you. I will need it in the solo queue fiesta. Have a good night. Have a good night.
Yeah, you too. See ya.
Bye bye.